Hi! Welcome back to the book club, and today we're gonna continue reading The Almost Prime Minister on page 182. On page 182, the relevance, the relationship between Thaksin coming back and how Pheu Party betrayed Move Forward Party when they formed the coalition of government in 2023. On page 183, even though internationally Peter was picked as one of the 100 next from Time to be the most powerful leaders worldwide, but alas, back to his own country, he cannot be on the stage at all. Peter gave an analogy of a theater. He was pushed from the center of the stage in the limelight to outside of the theater. It is that bad. It was that bad. It is still bad. On page 184, Even though Peter was removed from the position of member of the parliament or MP, even though he cannot represent the people anymore, he can still speak with them. And that is what he has been doing. On page 107, Peter talked about Tam, his assistant. On page 188, Peter referred to แม่สุภาพคำแร่ who has passed away after he has met with her 2 months. And her husband was forced disappeared. Mae Suphap worked on the rights on the land. At the time that she passed away, she still did not get what she fought for. And the disappearance of her husband still had no one responsible for. On page 189, it hurts to live in a country where there are too many people fighting for what they should have as a citizen of that country. And it is hurtful to know that people lose their land when they have been fighting for the rights of their land for a long time, because it happens to be on the same land as the forest. But Thailand as a state always put the people in jail for being in the forest, but they always facilitate to give the rights of the land to those monopoly people. On page 190, in January 2020, Peter just made an arithmetic to show to Khosrw, the coup d'etat at that time, that if they want more land, they do not have to get it from the people. They can just get it from the 19, from those monopoly. But guess what the coup d'etat did? Everyone knows that they work for the monopoly, not for the people. And of course, they did not get the land from the monopoly, but from the people. On page 191, the definition of nation is a people in that country. But for Thailand, many people, many Thai people has no land rights in their own country. One example of the corruption happened in this country is that the mine project in Omgoi. One of it is that the signature and the name do not match. And the second point is that Pakagyo people, many of them cannot speak, read, or write Thai, but they could sign to agree with this mining project. On page 192, from the previous page, the two examples were just 1 in a million copied in the process of this project. People do not have the rights on the land that they have been living on. But a cheeky private company could ask for 284 rai of land in เขตป่าต้นน้ำ to make a mine, a stone or rock mine. Actually is a coal mine. Yeah, it's a coal mine. On page 193, หมู่บ้านกระเบิดดิน is the first place that Peter has seen subbituminous coal in the nature in the lake. And he compared Thailand to other developed countries. Those developed countries, they have principles on how to do mining, but those principles have never been applied in Thailand. And in those countries, they have to do EIA, environmental something, but it is to check what the consequence of what your company do to the environment every 3 years, and it has to be done by a middle person, not the company itself, unlike in Thailand. And yeah, Thailand only, and it is not to be proud that it is Thailand only. Because this is not the standard. It is not what is supposed to be in any country, but it happens in Thailand. That is the origin of the phrase Thailand only. We have to stop that. We have to be more civilized. Otherwise, we do not have a place to stand internationally. On page 194, Omgoi people did win on the case against that mining company. The mining project was paused. But unlike the victory, Peter was out of the parliament. On page 195, Peter was willing to exchange his freedom for the spotlight that he got from the people in order to shine on the problems of the minority in this country. So maybe some people who has the power to change, to help the minority, can see and will decide to use that power to help the people. On page 196, it is a lovely situation. So, according to the lack of freedom in the public, Peter and his team members decided that they would stop eating in public and they would eat on the van instead. And one day, when Peter finished with the ชัยชนะจะสมปองต้องต่อสู้ activity in Omgoi, he was looking forward to eat ข้าวเหนียวหมูปิ้งร้อนๆ so it is a still warm pork skewers with sticky rice. He got on the van, he was about to eat it, and then when the van picked up his team members along with one grandma, she asked to get on the van, saying her house is just another 10 kilometers away on the same road, on the same way. And she said she went to Omgoi to see Peter. And Peter talked to her from the back of the van. When she got on and sat and looked back at him and realized that the person who asked her was Peter, she immediately called her family members. It's such a lovely situation. I think these lovely situations are what drive Peter to still fight for the better country, for the people in this country, in Thailand. Alright, and that's it for today. We will continue on page 197 next time. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And please remember to stay healthy, be happy! Bye bye!